Hey guys, it's Danny from G here. Today we were at the pre-release for Duelist Nexus, and you know, I did pretty well today. I came first with a SYNCHRON pile. Unfortunately, I couldn't get like a Crimson Dragon. I couldn't get myself like Revolution Synchron to play the cool package I originally wanted. So I defaulted to like my kind of deck list I played before. It was cool to play this deck, therefore I can get away with it. So starting off, we play one Illegal Knight, one Griffin Rider. Why I play both of these? Usually people only play the Griffin Rider in the Adventures package here, or Adventure Synchron. I personally think both are need to be used, because honestly, you don't really even play this for the gate or the bounce. You use it only to like really bridge or extend your combos, right? You'll see, and I'll explain it later on in the video. Next, we play 3 Water Enchantress. This card's crazy. Most people think it only meant to search right, but if you open both Water Enchantress and a right in hand, it's actually better to just use this as an extender for another level 3 that you can use for other combos. You can use Assault Synchron with this to make Junk Speeder. You can also use the new Wheel Synchron, which I am playing in this deck, to make even crazier cards. You just straight up make Omega and Hand Rip and get some like deck knowledge, which is really important. I'm playing 2 Assault Synchron. Assault Synchron used to be a really good card that I would like to play at 3, but now that like, how do I explain this? This card just doesn't feel as oppressive in hand, and it's only like in a dedicated strategy that needs to always see this, but you don't need to search it, where you would want to play this at 3. I play it at 2 because I can search it. I only need it for a run back, and only need it for sometimes for a tribute combo in the Stardust engine. 1 Stardust Trail, 2 Stardust Synchron. This is a brick in hand if you draw too much of it. That's happened way too much times to not justify cutting it down to 2. 1 Stardust Trail, self-explanatory. In hand, it's a brick. However, this is an insane card, and you should never underestimate it, especially with the new Dissipator combos. Moving on, we have double Jet Synchron, self-explanatory. This card should have been banned and should have stayed banned, but like, you know, it's back. It also switched one of the other cards I'll be showing on later in this deck profile. Next, we have triple Ash Blossom, self-explanatory, hand trap. It also works with one of the other cards I'm playing, so I'll just put this over here. 2 Doppel Warrior. So I'll be honest, this deck list isn't completely my own. Like, I wouldn't have copied it off like some Instagram post I saw. Doppel Warrior is a crazy card that I used to play myself back when I played with the Chaos version of this deck. There's a lot of ways to reboard in this deck, and sometimes you just need a level 2 extender to do that part of this combo. Therefore, you have to play this, and it also spawns 2 tokens. It does a lot. Next, we play the 1 Wheel Synchron. Self-explanatory, this card's amazing. You know, it counts as a non-tuner as well, which makes like an instant Barone with Junk Speeder. Like, it's insane. You have to play it now. I wish I had like 2 Revolution Synchron to play and show in this list, but the fact that I did really well today is more than enough for it. Next, we have triple Junk Converter. Junk Converter is an insane card. It actually works with any of the tuners in deck. Basically, how this card works is you discard it and none other tuner, and I can add any Synchron tuner in the game into my hand. Self-explanatory. Actually, I usually add Junk Synchron if I don't have it in hand. This and Junk Converter makes it isolated Junk Speeder to summon, which, as you know, Junk Speeder is a broken card and should have been banned. So yeah, and also, if this goes to grave as a Synchro material, you can also special summon a Synchron from the grave. Self-explanatory why this card is good. However, with Revolution Synchron coming out, I probably might cut this to 1 or 2, seeing how I like it. But yeah, moving on. 1 Foolish Burial. We're going to show all the 1 of spells. 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Reinforcement of Army, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 for 1. Why I play all of these are for specific reasons. Foolish Burial enables the entire Brave package by itself, and if you do draw the Brave package, it also enables some Stardust plays. Reinforcement of Army adds like Junk Converter over here that you can see. Called by the Grave, don't even explain that. 1 for 1 is an insanely useful card. It is like, it summons Speeder, and it will, like, no, sorry, it doesn't summon Speeder, it summons Junk Synchron. Wait, no, I'm so stupid. Sorry man, it's been a long day, I'm hungover. Alright, it summons Jet Synchron, as we see here. Summons Jet Synchron, and it also like puts a card in grave. Because you play Doppel Warrior and stuff like this, it always lets you go plus. Next, for the finishing parts of the Brave engine, 1 Faithful Adventure, 1 Draco back, self-explanatory why you play all of these. Sometimes, if I draw one of the Brave names already in hand, I'll just keep Draco back in hand as a Jet Synchron discard, which also makes it really useful. 1 Stardust Illumination, self-explanatory. Actually, very funnily enough, against the cameraman Hugh, I freaking drew this against him. Like, I milled this off of my tuning, and this made me lose the game because, like, I could not break the board if this was in green. So, like, shout out to Hugh. He fucking ruined my life.
Fuck.
Yeah. Next, double Rite of Aramis here. This is not a debatable choice. This should be at 3. I just could not find a third one before locals, so that's why it's at 2. always play this at 3, especially with the Revolution Synchron coming out. If I see you playing this at 2, you're getting jumped. It's as simple as that. Next, triple Synchro Overtake. One of these should actually be a Rite of Aramis-Here, because I couldn't find it. I'm playing 3 of this. This is insane. I'll show what the card I reveal in the extra deck is later. But by revealing this, I can extend. Also, a lot of people don't know, this doesn't have to add a hand. You can also just special summon it onto the field, which is insane. And also summons from grave. Like, this card is just like a plus into Jet Synchron, which is a busted card in your deck, because it does everything you want. Next, triple tuning. I don't need to explain this.
It's a tuning.
Yeah, also, this card is insane. I used it to mill Water Enchantress once in a game, and that won me the game off the top. And lastly, triple Imperm. It's Imperm. Like, I don't need to explain any more of that. Imperm's a crazy card all by itself. Nice. Now we're going to move on to the side deck. So, in the side deck, we're going to have triple Anti-Spell. This is honestly probably not the best choice to play. I could play better cards like Dimensional Barrier, Gravity Collapse. The reason I'm playing Anti-Spell is because I lost to Book of Lunar Eclipse, and to this day it still haunts me. Therefore, I am playing it. Next, we have one Duster. For the Labyrinth matchup, I actually drew this against them and they instantly scooped, which is pretty cool. I did a German YCS run back. Next, I have triple Cosmic Cyclone, once again for the Labyrinth matchup, also for the Runic matchup. Crazy card, I want to see it, because my deck doesn't do really well into like Floodgates, because other than that, there's no way I could break through it. Next, for the monsters I play in the extra deck, triple Drolling Lockbird. Drolling Lockbird beats Dark. I expected to see, honestly, a lot of Dark Ruler today. Not Dark Ruler, a lot of Dark World today. I didn't see it. Also didn't see Dragon Link, but so I didn't side this in once, except for Hue, which I beat without it. So shout out to myself. But yeah, basically that's it. Next we'll have triple Gamma Seal and double Kurikara. This is just more for like fear of Kashtira or Rise Heart and stuff like that. This is just meant to break the initial board and move through it. Other than that, there's not a really good reason why I play them. Also because like, you know, it did come up. Kurikara helped me summon back a Barone, which helped me push per game. So yeah, pretty amazing card. So now we're gonna move on to the extra deck. So starting from the top, we're gonna have one Barone, one Dissipator. Dissipator is actually crazy. It does an Omega Loop that would hand rips you for 2. Also, this also lets you shuffle back your opponent's banished cards, which sometimes comes up in the Kashtira matchup, and this also lets you summon back your own like. Whoa, dog. Alright, there's also lets you summon back like your own like level. No, sorry, not level, but light or dark monsters on your like turn, which is also pretty crazy for a combo extension. One Satellite Warrior. Now, this would actually probably be a Crimson Dragon or something else if I had the card, but Satellite Warrior is pretty nice. It summons back a lot of like the Stardust and like Synchron cards you have. It's like it's a free like pop a bunch of stuff. It's actually helped me win a game against Marincess, which had helped me pop their back row and gain attack, and I was able to punch over their Bubble Reef. One Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing, honestly, I used to play Draco Berserker, but Crystal Wing is actually better in current meta, only because I find that I end on a Synchro and a Tuner, and I'm like, hey, Crystal Wing is literally just better Draco Berserker. One Omega, this is for the hand loop. This card's crazy. It should be banned, honestly, but it's not. Also, like, I don't know, it's been pretty good, you know. I also use it to like recur Draco, like Draco back if I have it engraved because I accidentally milled it. Next, one Scarlight. This is burn damage. I used it to win once. It's pretty sick. Alright, the Excel package. This is actually really insane. Assault Synchron works beautifully with this card. I can special summon it by banishing Assault Synchron, make Stardust, and then with TG Hyper I could draw 3 with it alone. Next, one Charge Warrior, one Junk Speeder. Self-explanatory why you play Junk Speeder. I see a lot of people cutting Stardust Charge Warrior in like the preliminaries before like a Duelist Nexus came out. That's stupid. This card is freaking insane. It also works with Satellite Warrior. You should never be cutting this for now, but honestly, this format's over. You're playing Duelist Nexus format now, so you gotta play this. Next, we have Excel Synchron. Not a lot explaining what to do. This card's crazy. Level modulates like mad, depending on the Synchrons you have in deck is still, so not much more I need to speak of that. Next, we have TG Hyper Librarian. This card actually should be banned. It's freaking
Bro,
insane.
that should be banned.
Yeah. Next, we have my Synchro Overtake targets. Jet Warrior. It's pretty funny. You reveal it and people are like, what the fuck? I didn't know this card existed. Next we have the last two, Herald of Arclight. You make a lot of low level like synchros a lot. So this is really nice to have as like another negate, and also crazy into the Tier Elements matchup. and then one Celestial Double Star Shaman. I used to play Formula Synchron with this, but I sounded in a call with a friend, and he was telling me that this is actually better because I can summon back Doppel Warrior with it. He was right. You could end on a lot more with this card alone. So that's my Synchron deck profile. Shout out to Hugh for letting me have the chance to give my deck profile for this, and I hope to see if I can get a Revolution Synchron for next week.
Okay, cool. Peace.